Hi everyone, today I want to introduce my equity project to you guys, which is focused on the shared education of China. My research question is the integration of main school and the shared education can realize the double win. There are two reasons for me to do research on it. Firstly, the social problems caused by shared education has been one of the major concerns of many parents in China. The social problems caused by shared education are multidimensional, including education inequality between rich and poor, decreasing the teaching quality, negative competition, and cheating. Secondly, I have the experience in American mainstream school, which provides the tutoring service for students. Until now, there are a lot of research on shared education. Thus, I divided all of the reference into three aspects. First, one of the parts is about the reason and factors underlying the shared education. According to Bray and Zhang, they think parents, family, financial, social competition, and students themselves' grades have caused the development of shared education. They conclude that shared education is an inevitable phenomenon. Secondly, some studies are about the scale, structure, and the pattern of shared educations. Gore and Stedler experts think shared education include tutoring, supplemental tutoring, and the like. The shared education provide different subjects which the mainstream school provides. So there are a lot of overlap between these two education institutions. Finally, the third one is about the implication and the policies of the shared educations. According to Bray, who is an expert in this field, he think there are pros and cons in shared education. For the advantage, he think the shared education can increase the employment rate and does help the students' grades. But for the disadvantages, he emphasized a lot. He think if students over depend on the shared education, it will decrease their imagination. Obviously, it also affects the social education equity. Besides, it will breed cooperation in education field. Thus, there are lots of suggestions to regulate shared education. There is a collective agreement that regulating shared education from the perspective demand, supply, and the structure of it. There are a lot of statistics and reference explicitly illustrate that increasing shared education influence directly education equity. However, there are only few relevant data on mainstream school take advantage of shared education to narrow down the education equity. I find this to be a gap in the academic field, and I would like to make this to be my research focus. I'm considering the possibility of researching the cost and the implication after mainstream school combined with shared educations. To fill this gap, I plan to conduct my research by using survey to students, scholars from institutions of Yunnan metropolitan area. I will rely on the advancement of communication technology of different institutes to distribute my survey. For the Yunnan University as an example, I will conduct the school administration to help send out my survey to all students. And after we also use this after we collect all of the data and to which can be found in each student each school's administration to find out the accurate estimate of how much benefit student can get from the tutoring which mainstream school supplies. Thank you. That's all.